Now, let's now move into how you will journey to become an entrepreneur. Let me share to you this 5 basic framework on how you would be successful or starting your own business, or if you are already in business, how you would scale this one into something bigger. If you have somebody who's asking you, or somebody who would be asking me how I started my business, I won't be afraid to teach somebody to be my competitor. Today, the new competition is about collaboration. All right? So take note of that one. Somebody who you would be helping could be someone that you could collaborate with and make something better for your business. Well, going back in terms of the framework, if you are planning to dive into business, the first step is the foundation build-up. The foundation build-up is something about having that commitment in terms of what's your capacity, everything about you that you are being all in. You have to address that one. You have to have that intent. You have to address that biggest why on why you want to go into business. The next is you have to have that desire. That desire from your intent will spur you further to move on to the next stage and be responsible. Don't quit because you feel that you don't know how to move forward or to progress in your business. The next foundation is you have to take the dip or take the first steps. So do proper diligence in terms of diving into business. What do I mean? It's not just because you saw one item or because this is the in thing, this is one of the trending things. If you, for example, if you want to do e-commerce business or you want to be an online seller, because you see people that's been doing this and they've been earning money, or you've been seeing in different social media sites that there are businesses diving to this one, don't just jump immediately to that one. Taking the dip is part of which is taking your own research. Study the market. You have to have that knowledge why to support your idea. Why do you want to go into this business? When you take those dips, now you have to start building a structure. That idea would then have a bit of a framework coming from your research. The next step is you start bringing in people. Not doing it alone, you ask somebody, you ask some expert. You could be coach. You could try to bring in people, because if you would be doing it alone, you would be stressed out. Initially, budget constraints, you might be doing all the things, but little by little, you have to seek help. The third would be defining the journey, or what would be the ideal outcome. Here, it's something that you need to evaluate what would be the risk. Well, if you are in business, you would be a risk taker, but don't risk everything. You have to be cautious in a way that you will not be losing everything. You have to commit that you're ready to be losing anything, but to be cautious and be wise is better so that you would be successful in business. That's how you would be creating part of that third framework. If I will go to the fourth one, it's go to the journey or create a market plan. You have now to create a blueprint or your roadmap or draw your map how you would go there. It doesn't need to be perfect. All you need to do is identify the next steps. Along the way, there would be some adjustments that you need to do. Eventually, that would take you to the way or to your goal in becoming a successful entrepreneur. And lastly, you have to fund the journey. Funding doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have some monetary support, but that's one main fuel. It's you have to prepare as early as now. Start saving up because you would be making some investment. You have to spend how you would start up your business. As well, for example, if you plan to do an e-commerce business, you have to buy items that you need to sell. You have to build your own website. You have to spend on advertisements. So you have to be prepared. Part of which is find an investor. Have that idea because you have made the due diligence on preparing. Then that's the best steps. You would be able to start your business and slowly you would be able to grow this one. So I hope that you would be successful in whatever endeavors that you would be doing. There are many ways, but the key thing to be in business is you focus on one thing first. You don't need to launch a perfect business. You could even launch it at 70% perfect, and as you progress, you will need to establish that additional 30% for you to have that perfect. But it would continuous improvement as you go. All right.